Hey guys, hi, Bryson here, and welcome here to the show. And by the way, I was gonna watch this video on my own, and I was like, I can't watch this video without the long-term team. So that's why I paused it. I was like, I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna come back to it later and do a video on it so that way we can actually enjoy it together. Now, this video is about Steve Harvey and Dave Ramsey. Apparently, there is some type of like beef here. Not really. It's just like a reaction, okay? I just like to dramatize things for like the fun of it. But yeah, sounds like Steve Harvey is talking about there is no way to get financial freedom and debt freedom, and Dave Ramsey is upset about it. And we're gonna watch it today together. And by the way, while I was looking for this video again to watch it with you guys, I found another video of Steve Harvey from 3 years ago talking about debt and what it feels like to be in debt. So after you're done with this video, we're gonna watch that one. So the first time here on this channel, we're actually gonna watch 2 videos in one video, which is like phenomenal. This is like advanced, okay guys? We are pushing the limits here. And as always, smash the like button. It helps a lot. I see the comments, I see the growth, and I appreciate it, guys, okay? Let's get started. Without further ado, let's hear about Dave Ramsey being upset about something today. I love Dave Ramsey, by the way. That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy.
This is crazy because this is on
By the way, I love Dave Ramsey's new
national television, and it was a very
This is the new guy. I don't know what his name is just
popular show. I don't know if it still is, but it's out there. Family Feud, long-running show. And as you know, there's different families. They feud against each other.
I love never seen a Family Feud episode in full. It's like one of those shows, right? Like when you find it on like a clip or like on TV, like it's always ending. So I've never really seen that show, but I love it because the clips are always so cool, right? But I've never actually sat down and actually watched a full episode. My stepdad, a long time ago, used to like watch all those shows and he loved them. He would scream out the answers. And I was like, oh, what are you, like, go on the show if you're so good at it.
Hence the name Family Feud.
I haven't watched it since Richard Dawson was the host.
Richard Dawson, look at this. It was like multiple hosts.
What was that?
I don't even know who Dawson is.
60s? When was that?
I think he's dead now.
The 60s. Look at this guy saying the 60s. How old is Dave Ramsey? Dave Ramsey is like 65. This guy's trying to make fun of him. He's trying to make fun of him.
Now, and there's a new guy hosting it, right?
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah.
You know him.
Wait, they have previous beef?
Steve Harvey's hosting this show, and one of the contestants that's a part of this family, the question was all about a milestone that you'd love to achieve.
What's a milestone that you would like to achieve? The year's about to be over, or the year's already over by the time you watch this video. I really don't know when these videos come out, honestly. Like, I just make these videos, and I don't know when they come out. But if you are almost like 2022, like, what's one of your goals? Like, my goal for this year or next year, wherever you're watching this video, is financial freedom. Like, definitely. That's, like, one of my overall goals. Like, financial freedom and the cost, a lot of value. Give a lot of value to achieve that massive goal.
Let's play the clip.
Let's play it. Play that,
Let's play the clip.
Give me a
Play it,
milestone
James.
people achieve they can be proud of.
Well, one day, I would like to have no debt.
One debt. I would like to have no debt. That's good.
Yes.
Look at Steve Harvey. Let's hear it.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Debt is okay.
That is okay. And by the way, one thing I will say is that one thing I've learned is that this whole financial life thing, it's like we're all on the same highway, and we're all trying to go to the same destination, and we're all just going at different speeds. Some people want to go like the lesser speed, right? No debts, but they're a lot safer, feel a lot more confident, and have a lot, you know, more like, I'll go slower, but I'll get there at my own pace. And then some people want to say like, hey, I'm going to go a little faster. I'm going to use OPM, other people's money, and I'm going to try to get there faster. But then the risk is higher because you can get into an accident, and then that can be a problem. And you're also going above the speed limit. So I've chosen to go like the slower route, the smart route. But I'm not a big fan of the whole debt thing anymore.
OPM, other people's money, is how you get rich.
It's not necessarily the only way. It's one way, and it's risky.
You use other people's money, not yours.
And by the way, you can tell like he's trying to like help this person.
That's how you get rich.
Dave, I want to punch something, and you're the closest thing next to me, and so I'm going to refrain.
Dave, I want to punch something, and you're the closest things to me, so I'm going to refrain. This kind of guy has like a little kick to him, right? He's like some like some salsa or something like that. Some like habanero. Like, we call that it's like it's not a Mexican like hot sauce. We have it too. It's habanero. Did Mexicans do that stuff? I want to go to Mexico and go on a food tour.
You know, here's the thing. If you're a game show host,
there's also like the education factor, right?
That's cool. But you probably ought to just like host the game show, and not give out financial advice for one thing. The second thing you shouldn't do is give out financial advice if you're $25 million in debt to the IRS.
He's $25 million in debt to the IRS. I had no idea about that, Dave. That's crazy.
You just airing out some laundry here, Dave?
I'm just saying, when you Google Steve Harvey, you find out he's $25 million in debt to the IRS.
$25 million in debt to the IRS. That's pretty crazy.
IRS. So if you're $25 million in debt to the IRS, when it comes to...
One thing I've noticed, guys, is that who you take advice from is very important. So when you if you take my advice, look at me, right? And you got to ask yourself, do you want to be like Tommy, right? Do you like his lifestyle? And by the way, I live a very frugal lifestyle. I live very frugal. Okay, like I'm not doing crazy things. I don't have a Rolex. I don't have a Lamborghini, but I'm happy. I have great quality people around me. I exercise. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I have quality life. But when you look at somebody and you hear their advice, you got to notice, right, who these people are and ask yourself, would I trade my life for yours? And if the answer is no, then be careful with the advice they give you, because their advice is based on their life.
Money advice, you should shut up. You really should not open your yap. Real, I mean, and on top of that, be a dream killer for a young guy.
Yeah.
That's what gets you on this show. I mean, if you want to just be stupid and $25 million in debt to the IRS and have your
this is some beef.
game show, that's fine. But when you're a dream killer and you rile George up, that'll get you on this show.
Listen, here's
this is George.
thing. Steve Harvey is a celebrity. He's a media mogul. He makes his money in a lot of ways. This young guy...
Being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he makes his money. So try that.
And by the way, let's be real, right? I make my money by giving financial advice also, right? And my goals are a lot similar to Dave Ramsey, right? I believe in the no debt thing. I believe in the investments. I believe in emergency funds. I believe in all that stuff, right? But I also understand like there's just different ways to get to the goal. I think the way he maybe should have worded it was a little bit different. Like, you know, there's multiple ways to get there. Not just say like not possible. OPM is the only way.
But to dole
More
out
often, and you won't be $25 million in debt.
$25 million in debt. You know what I've noticed, guys? I don't trust anybody. You know, so for example, if I go here and to my favorite friend, which is Google, and I type in, for example, Steve Harvey, IRS debt, it says, yeah, he owes $25 million in debt, but this was back in like 2016. Right, so that's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of like old news. And I click, for example, Steve Harvey, 2020, income. Right, you can see like in 2020 he made $200 million. So you know that's what I'm saying, right? His net worth is like $200 million. So he has $25 million in debt at that time. Does he have more now? I can't tell you. What I can tell you is, you know, when you even with Dave Ramsey, I like the guy. But I don't trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? Even Warren Buffett. I love Warren Buffett, but I'm just not gonna take every word that he says for like, you know what I'm saying? You as a man, as a woman, as an independent person, you're supposed to fact check things. Okay? Don't disbelieve everything, but like be willing to fact check it, okay? Because when you put like $25 million, you're a stupid idiot. The guy has a $200 million net worth, and it's not just like being funny, but he's also purchased thousands of acres potentially, I think it is, on land. So there's multiple sides to the story. So know the sides. You know who taught me that? Charlie Munger. I love Charlie Munger.
This idea that this guy's debt is a bad thing to pay off because it's other people's money and therefore it's good debt. And this is how you build wealth.
It just occurred to me.
Wait a minute.
Steve Harvey is using other people's money.
The IRS?
Mine!
Your money.
And yours! We're taxpayers!
Oh my gosh. These two were two pigs in a barrel. what do you call those things? I know all these stupid quotes that don't make any sense. Okay, 2 pigs in a barrel, and I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. I don't know what it is.
He hasn't paid his tax bill.
That was in 2016, Dave.
$25 million worth. He is using OPM.
There you are. Dave figured it out. You're a detective.
Followed his own advice.
This is crazy.
These guys are 2 dummies, honestly. It's hilarious. It's funny.
He's living the dream. Use OPM. Let's use the taxpayers' money. Just don't pay our taxes.
Pay your taxes.
$25 million in debt.
I would love to see Steve host a financial show and they call and say, Steve, I'd love to pay off my debt. Can you tell me how? And he goes, well, you got to get more debt, man. You're doing great. Keep it up.
All right, that's the end of this. I'm done here. Because now, this is where you divulge into just like more comedy and more entertainment stuff. And I don't like to talk bad about people. So this is where I end my session here. Let's go on to the next video, guys, okay? Next video is here. Here's Steve Harvey, okay? What life is like in debt. So this right here is Steve Harvey's video, and this one right here is from 2018. So let's watch this together, guys.
Have you ever had to use your credit to buy something?
Yes.
Anybody in here other than me who had bad credit? You don't have to raise your hand.
I never had bad credit. My credit score went down when I maxed out my utilization, but it was like manageable because I was doing some dumb stuff that made me a lot of money, but was very risky.
It's okay. I know you're here. Let me just tell you this. I know you're here.
I know you're here.
But let me just.
I like this suit better. I didn't really like that whole brown suit. Kind of felt like stupid.
Just be the butt of this joke. I had bad credit. My credit score was so low. My credit score and my thermostat had the same number, 75.
That's hilarious. You know Steve Harvey actually started off doing like stand-up comedy, and then he figured out, well, I can do this whole show thing and get paid more money for the same jokes. You know what I mean? So a lot of celebrities they start off doing like stand-up comedy. Like it's a great like startup thing. And by the way, not anybody can just go up there, entertain people. Like Dave Ramsey couldn't do that, and he couldn't do Dave Ramsey's job either, right? So this is why I don't like throwing jabs at people like crazy. Like I make fun of you a little bit, but like going beyond that, it's just like distasteful in my opinion.
Now, when you got bad credit, news travel fast. They wouldn't even take my check at church.
Uh-oh.
Brother Harvey, we're so happy to have you here as a member of the wonderful Cleveland Church of Christ.
This guy's hilarious, guys.
Have an ATM.
How much do you think his suit costs? I was reading this book about like rich people, and they say like the average millionaire spends like $200 to $300 on a suit, like a whole like fully fitted suit. And then the glittering rich, like Steve Harvey, because he is glittering rich, he buys like expensive luxury things because he can afford it. They spend like $3,000, $5,000. So don't believe the hype, guys.
Machine in the lobby. Would you mind taking this check and you go out there and see if it works for you first?
That's funny.
I said I'd do that. You ever had credit so bad, you ever had to put your bills in somebody else's name?
I heard about that. Like a lot of parents do that nonsense, yo. Putting their kids in debt. And it's not because, again, that I remember I read this quote and it was like the road to hell is paved in good intentions. You gotta be careful, man, who you co-sign for. The Bible says us so many times, do not co-sign for people. Do not co-sign for people. In the book of Proverbs, yo, and it's like the best thing that I've never done. Co-sign for someone. It's the dumbest thing ever. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it.
My electric bill in my dog's name.
This guy's funny. A little corny there, but funny. He knows his audience.
The electrical company used to call the house with an attitude. Yes, so when do you think Mr. Sparky can come down here and pay his bills?
All right, I've had enough of these jokes.
Know your name ain't no Sparky, but I go right along with it. Well, Mr. Sparky's busy right now. He's outside chasing cars. he won't be able to make it in.
Yo, look at all these guys with like their porcelain teeth, huh? The teeth are pretty nice, huh? I thought about it at one point to get like porcelain teeth, guys. I never said it, but now you know. And I was like, oh, $10,000 for that? Never mind. That's what I said. Never mind. And plus, like, they shave it down and it's like permanent. I like my teeth the way they are. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good off of that stuff. Like, it's like the problem is when you compare your normal things to like perfection, because this stuff is like perfect. Like, they make it for you, right? So it's supposed to be like perfect. That's why you can't compare yourself to things that are not normal.
In today. Tell you something else. You ever been at the counter with your girl trying to rent a car, but your credit wasn't good? You can always tell the person at the car rental.
Come on, I'm tired of the jokes.
It's gonna be in her name. Excuse me, sir. Who's gonna be driving in the car, right? Come on. Come on.
What's this?
Yeah. They wrote that joke.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing from now on. I'm sitting out here just trying to make a joke work and it don't work. Oh, no. I'm gonna start having the people who wrote the joke come out here and see how it feels.
Oh, I see. So he doesn't even write his own jokes, which is fine. Guys, I'm sorry. I thought this video had like some type of value in it. I've been clickbait. I've been duped. But one thing I do know is that from Steve Harvey, right? Like other videos, because I don't know the guy. You know, I can't advocate for anybody that I don't know personally. I don't know Dave Ramsey personally. I don't know him personally. I know myself personally, right? So I can tell you from what I've heard, Steve Harvey has bought a lot of property, a lot of acres. And if the guy is worth $200 million and earns millions of dollars a year from all this stuff, and he owed $25 million back to the IRS back in, when was it, like in 2016? Like, you know, like get some updated information. That's all I would say here. But yeah, OPM is just one way to go there. Would I do it that way? No. Do I recommend it? No. But I have a friend that's doing it. Going good for him. But not my road, and not the one I teach either. I'll see you guys next time, though. Thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified, DM me on Instagram, Tiny Bryson, or just call me. Link is down below for free. On top of that, watch more content here. Click right here. Long-term team is out.